Hello. We had to wait a few minutes because David thought he might have to burp. So
I did.
Anyway,
Had to wait it
here
out.
we are. We're
Yeah.
back, and I was talking to a friend on the phone because I can't see any friends in person, and my friend said to me, "Hey, I have a great idea for your next book. How about talking about how to get through the coronavirus as a couple?" And that got me thinking about how our book can kind of relate to some of the things that people are going through. So I thought we'd hop on. And some of you have read our book, which is called The 5 Core Conversations for Couples. And if you haven't read it, it's a good read. It's a great time to actually sit down and read a book. So we hope you'll take a look at it. But we wanted to hop on tonight and sort of talk about how the different topics in our book relate to some of the things that people are going through. So the first conversation is
Building and filling, right?
building and filling.
Okay.
So let's talk about that a little bit. So we talk about building the relationship and how when it's new, it's kind of easy to do. And then we also talk about the importance of maintaining the relationship. So if you're in a relationship and you haven't paid a lot of attention to maintaining the relationship, you may find this time as difficult, but also it's an opportunity to actually spend time together and actually pay attention to being a couple. And I think that's really actually, like the silver lining in all of this is a lot of people are going to spend time together as a couple and as a family and really kind of dig in. And
I think you have to, maybe try to take a step back. It's an opportunity for people to take a step back, both individually and as a couple, right? You don't have to get up at 5:30 or 5:15 and get dressed and rush off to work. People are sleeping in a little bit later. You're spending more time at home, spending more time with your partner, and I think people ought to take advantage of that. You really should.
Yeah.
All the way around, and take a breath. Nothing we can do about it.
This is out of our
sucks.
control. This is out of our control.
Well, yeah, it
so
is.
control what you can, which is yourself and your family and your relationship.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the building and filling piece of it. One of the other core conversations
Money.
is
Let's talk about
money.
Stay off of Amazon. No online shopping.
Yeah. Well, I got in a little bit of trouble because one of my coping mechanisms with stress is to shop. And I was going to the grocery store a lot, and I am now banned. There's my picture at the grocery store, all the local grocery stores with an X through it, so they won't let me in.
Yeah.
Because he told me I was just collecting stuff. I was feeling like I needed to do more. So be careful about money, but also let's talk about the stress of the financial situation, of job losses, of people losing their jobs or being afraid of losing their jobs because of this. And also if you have any kind of investments that things are going down the toilet. So people are going to be stressed out about money right now.
Yeah, what I would say about that is that all of us have, I think, most all of us, not everybody, but 99% of us, except for Mitt Romney's 1% from however many years ago, have worries and have financial worries related to what's going on right now.
Yeah.
And don't focus on your own worries, because there's always somebody that's worrying more, and their worries are worse than yours.
Mm-hmm.
People who are dependent upon gratuities on tips in restaurants and small businesses, which are going to struggle through this.
Yeah.
They have to pay their rent. They got to pay their bills. Mm-hmm. We got to find ways to support those folks so they can see the light at the end of this. And it's stressful for everyone, and money is stressful both outside the relationship and inside the relationship, right?
So I'm trying not to go on Amazon as much and get stuff. I'm trying not to go to the grocery store as much. We've pulled back with what we're thinking about doing over the summer and things like that. So just, take a breath. Hopefully there'll be some, bounce back quickly with this, and we're going to get through it together. But as a couple, it's important to be on the same page with what you're going to do financially to make this work.
So now let's talk about parenting for a second.
Oh, I thought you were going to move right on to the bumping and grinding.
No, I'll save that for my favorite part.
Okay.
Okay, now go. Let's talk about kids, and being home with kids.
Yeah.
Now, our kids are grown, right? So we don't have kids here. We're by ourselves at the moment. We're gonna have our grandkids with us shortly. But we're by ourselves. However, there were many times when we weren't, and many times when we had 4 girls in the house.
And
it
this
doesn't
is
seem that
stressful.
long ago. It's tough.
Having your kids home. I mean, I remember
Keeping them busy.
snow days and the summer vacation, keeping them busy and keeping them, from driving you crazy. So what I will say to you is, and I've worked with all my clients on this, is trying to keep so much of a structure, some kind of structure, but also give yourself a break. I mean, this is a time where, we just saw some neighbors outside and they said, we taught our kids to ride their bikes. And I'm like, you know what? That is better than anything they could have learned in the classroom. And honestly, so celebrate those things with your kids that you're going to be able to do if you finish your puzzle. If you don't quite get through whatever schooling you're trying to do or structure you've set up, that's okay. But try to have a little bit of a structure, because I think that can be a sanity.
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with stepping in and teaching your kids things that they're missing or they're not gonna get because they're out of school. Whether it's little kids and doing workbooks and math and counting things and puzzles, like you said, or older kids and talking about history or talking about social studies or politics. What's going on outside of this whole illness? There's no reason as a parent we should be teachers. And we should be teachers all the time, but this is a prime opportunity to teach your children and work with your children and spend time with them, but at the same time not want to murder anybody.
Yeah,
anybody.
Yeah,
so that's the hard part.
Yeah, and
right?
that's the other thing, is that your kids need to see you as parents together on the same page. Calm as you can be, even if you don't feel calm on the inside, you need to be calm for your kids. You need to show them that hey, we've gotten through difficult things and we're going to get through this, and we need to just kind of hold it together, and then at the end it's going to be great when we get to do what we want to do and be out with people and friends and that kind of thing.
All right, so quick turn to sex.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about sex? Yeah.
Good, you first. So
well,
I hear what you have to
okay.
say.
So let's just say, like we had talked before. We've been asked, are there going to be babies or divorces? Are people going to have?
Both.
Yeah, and we think there's going to be both of those things.
Sure.
So again, even though you're stressed, and everybody is stressed, the sex part could be a good thing because it's stress relief. It's good for your body. It doesn't cost anything.
Free.
Generally. It's free entertainment. And, maybe this is a time where you could try to, dig in and do it a little bit more, or, just kind of enjoy each other a little bit more. So we think that sex is actually a great, if you're trying to social distance from your spouse, or partner, then of course you don't want to be having sex. But most of you guys are together on this in the same household, and I think it's a good thing.
I do too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, anyway.
All right.
So we talked
about balance piece.
Yes.
Real quickly.
Okay,
So,
balance really quickly. So listen.
why do you get to talk first all the time?
Because I'm smarter than you. So listen, the balance piece, having your own kind of identity and also self-care and those kinds of things is so important right now. So some of the things that we've done to kind of keep separate, even though we're together 24/7, is he'll go to another room, or I'll put my headphones on and listen to my book, or going for a walk or a bike ride or something on your own. It's really important that you get some time away.
You got to have your own space. I mean, you really do. I mean, most of us are home with our, if we have a significant other, we're home with that person. And there's only so much of looking at each other that you can do without taking a breather. And then even in the best of relationships, which I like to think we're in that top 7-8%.
Yeah, and the other thing I've done some things is I've set up some coffee Zoom meetings. I've set up the House Party app is on my phone, and I've talked to some girlfriends. I check in with my parents all the time. I check in with my girlfriends all the time. So social relationships outside of your own, I think, are really important, and making sure that people are okay, and that's a way to get some
space.
distance.
I mean, just give some space. Last night I went and sat outside. You were talking. You're with friends. It was good. I wasn't part of it. It was fine. I went and had my own time. Talked to my dogs. They had very little to say, and it was good.
Yeah. So I mean, we're all going to be struggling with we can't leave the house like we used to go do things outside. So you're going to have to be creative, whether it's listening to your own music, or taking a bath, or just going out in the yard and doing something, or a walk. But don't forget to take care of yourself. Don't forget that there's a balance in relationships. You should be sleeping in because it's good for your immunity.
Need more sleep.
You need more sleep. You should be exercising. Please, people, don't let this virus be the Corona 15 where you gain 15 pounds. You should be eating healthy.
That's very creative.
Yes. You should be eating healthy. You should be having sex. David's whispering that into my ear. You should be really taking care of yourself. Vitamins and vitamin D, getting out some sunlight.
Yeah.
There's tons of things you can do to stay healthy and to do good self-care. And just, we're all going to get through it.
Just one last thing. Okay, so if you're a pet lover and you're always rushing, you get your dogs out, you got to take them for a quick walk because you got to get after work. Now is the time to get on the floor. There's nothing better than hanging out with your dog, whether it's a dog or a cat. I'm not a cat person, but now is the time for it. And just take a breath. We've been given this opportunity. Look at it. It sounds like a disaster. It may be a disaster in some ways, but in other ways, it's an opportunity. And try to turn it into that. Turn it into even a blessing of some sort. If we can,
I think there's a silver lining here,
yeah.
and I hope that we can all see it in a few months, and we're all, grateful for it. So
read.
The 5 core conversations for couples.
Gotta have the plug.
Yep, 5 core conversations for couple available on independent bookstores, on Amazon and Barnes and Nobles. It's available as an ebook. You can download it. We're hoping to do some book signings in the summer. We've had to cancel a lot of things for our spring schedule. We're really disappointed about it, but we know you guys are going to love the book, and we can be found.
Give it a read. Give it a read. Let us know what you think.
Yep.
Right, so.
We're also on thebullets.com, and that's www.thebullets, BULITTS.com, and we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're everywhere. So we miss you guys a lot. We hope to see you all soon, and we wish you the best love, health, and happiness.
We'll see you. Bye.
Can't turn it off.
Can't turn it off. There.